What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I'm joined by two special people, Kwame and Geekdom 101. What up, guys?
Hey!
Alrighty, guys, it is Kwame here today.
And Kwame with his long-ass intro, but that's okay. Today, we're actually going to be discussing Dragon Ball Super, because something's about to happen that I'd say a lot of people were probably waiting for, and that is the end of the Battle Gods saga, because we want new shit to happen. And, we know that Battle Gods is going to end in episode 12, and episode 13 is going to be the next arc. To those who don't know, Resurrection of Frieza is happening next. Not a big spoiler, everybody kind of knows about that. But I guess the reason why I decided to do this video today is because we want to figure out what we as a community are looking forward to the most. So that's why I brought Geekdom and Kwame on, and we're all going to give our quick couple-minute opinions on thoughts on what we're hoping to expect. So Kwame, why don't you start us off? What is it you're looking forward to the most in the Resurrection F saga?
Well, from that video that we previously did, you know, I was really looking forward to kind of seeing a change in the pacing. I mean, obviously, considering the fact that, you know, they literally could not have milked out a longer Battle of Gods arc.
Right?
I mean, considering, you know, what took place in 13 episodes is going to take place in what did an hour and a half. So, what I really look forward to is to see an increase in what happens every episode. Like, I want something refreshing to happen. I want to see something major happen. I don't want to see any more wasted filler episodes. And I also want to see an increase in the tone. Because I feel like Super this first season was so light, everybody knew nothing bad was going to happen. I didn't feel any tensity. I want to feel like the universe is going to blow up. I want to feel a character being evil. And although the fact that, you know, Dragon Ball Super obviously takes place in between the 10-year gap up until the end of Z, we know for sure nothing bad's going to happen in the end, but at least make it give us the impression that it's going to be bad.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, because the thing that makes Resurrection F different from Battle of Gods is how intense the movie is. Battle Gods is more about developing a story and introducing the gods and showing Goku the next level as a Super Saiyan, and the Resurrection F was all fighting. So I'm curious to know if they're going to do that similar path where Resurrection F is all fighting, or if they're going to kind of develop more, or develop and, you know, focus more on the story and then show a lot of fighting as well. But Geekdom, what do you think?
I'm looking forward to it being, and you and I talked about this before, I think it's going to be vastly different, maybe not as different as we thought. But I am looking forward to it being different. You know, one of the problems I had with Resurrection F, not really a major one, is that too much stuff kind of happened. The film didn't really have that middle act. It's like Frieza comes back to life, and then there's a fight, and that's the whole movie. Yeah, with this, now we have time to kind of let things develop. I really, really want to see Frieza's training. I'm really looking. There's two things I really want to see that we did not see in Resurrection F. Oh, three things. Number one, I want to see Frieza train. I want to see him unlock Golden Frieza the long way. Number two, I want to see Goku and Vegeta unlock the blue-haired form. We really want to see that. And number three, more Jocko. Those are the three things that I'm really excited about. Yeah.
You know what? I'm glad you brought it up.
Go ahead.
I'm glad you brought it up, because the whole time I kept thinking, how could they just focus on just Frieza training? And then I realized, well, what they can do is, when Frieza gets brought back, in that in-between period of before the fight actually happens, they could show Frieza training while they show Goku and Vegeta training. Because we know Goku is supposed to go beyond a Super Saiyan God in episode 13, whatever the hell that means. So I do wonder if they'll be able to pull that off. But then at the same time, I'm also not too I'm not too looking forward to it, because I feel like they're also not going to do that, just because based on how Battle of Gods was so much like the movie, I feel like the Resurrection saga is also going to be like the movie. But then again, it might be different for all we know. So
well, I do think that with episode 13, I don't think that Goku is going to achieve the form in that episode. I think he's going to realize that he can get the form. I'm thinking 13 is going to be like that one episode of Z where Goku wakes up and he's like, we can surpass SSJ. I think that's how it's going to be. Yeah, but I am looking forward to that. And on a side note, I am also looking forward to Ryusei Nakao coming back as Frieza. And of course, when they dub it, Chris Ayres coming back as well. So I think it'll be a fun experience.
Right. And I assume, based on how Champa has been being introduced in the manga, I feel like Champa is going to just pop up here and there. And I feel like he's just going to be teased all the way up until Universe 6 happens. So I feel like they're going to continue on with that path. So I feel like there's going to be probably there's going to be a big change of pace, actually. I feel like the beginning of Resurrection F is going to be kind of slow, but then it's going to speed up to, like, you know, just all action up until it ends. So I guess we'll see.
Well, also, now that they're retelling the story, here's the big question, because, you know, the movie is a movie. Now they have time. Now there's an opportunity for them to do Goten and Trunks fighting. They could do Majin Buu, put him in the fight. They could actually, they could keep Gohan a Mystic, finally. There's so many things they could do that I guess people were criticizing about Resurrection F, they could actually do it this time and make it all right.
You know, I really hope they do Resurrection F differently. I mean, as much as I love that movie, that's probably my favorite movie out of all of them. I just want them to tell it differently, because, like, if you think Resurrection F was a bad story, it's just like, oh, Frieza's back and there's a bunch of fighting.
It had like no story at all.
Yeah, it was awesome action, because, you know, in the Dragon Ball Z world, there's two types of fans. There's those who love the action, the comedy, the story, and then there's those who just want to see fighting. And that's exactly what they kind of delivered with the guys Resurrection F. We're just all fighting, and I really don't want them to do that in this next arc. I want them to kind of sit down and kind of develop the story, but at the same time, in a decent pacing where it's just not just us sitting every single week like, oh, okay, well, this is happening, this is happening. Because my one problem with Dragon Ball Super so far is I knew everything was going to happen the way it did. I mean, I was hoping for more differences in Battle of Gods, really, but I guess we'll see what happens in Resurrection F. So I guess what we want to see from the viewers is what do you want to see different in Resurrection F, the saga compared to the movie? Let us know in the comment section below, and any feedback, anything like you want to see, you know, I don't know, Gohan go Mystic instead of Super Saiyan, whatever thing you have in your mind, drop it in the comment section below, and I guess we'll just, you know, we'll have our Dragon Ball discussion, because I want to see what the community is expecting or looking forward to the most in this next arc. Anything else from you guys before we end this?
No, I mean, pretty much. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, Dino. Like, I really hope that this upcoming, you know, season, or I guess segment of Dragon Ball Super is gonna be significantly better. Saga, whatever the hell you want to call it. I hope it's just better than whatever previously happened.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, you know, for a lot of the fans who saw Battle of Gods, we were just sitting there lifeless, like, oh, Goku lost against Beerus. What a surprise!
You know, it's funny. I saw a couple people in my comment section below, in my comment section, I guess, from the last couple months, they were like, I've never seen Battle of Gods or Resurrection F, and I'm loving this.
That's weird.
That's very rare. That's very rare.
Maybe that's why they did it. I don't know, but the thing with me is when they do Resurrection F, I really want Frieza to actually be like a real threat. Like, I really want him to get more heat on the good guys. They have time now, so let's give them some heat, you know, not just have the guy who comes back and then just loses. I want some real heat.
Yeah.
You know what? And I'm glad he said that, because I'm going to do a video about this some other time, probably when the Resurrection F saga starts. But I believe that Frieza, when he comes back, is going to be a lot more savage, just like Beerus was in the Super version of the movie.
Because that's Frieza, bro. That's who Frieza should be.
Yeah, because Frieza was way too lighthearted in the movie. I mean, yeah, he did kind of come back to life and then murder his own squad, you know, like he was supposed to do. But for the most part, he was very lighthearted in that movie. And I want him to be a savage, because in the Dragon Ball Z fight, in the Frieza saga, he was a savage from the start to finish. Like, from the beginning to finish, he was a savage the whole time. But then in Resurrection F, there was too much lightheartedness. Like, Frieza scared of freaking Beerus. Like, I feel like he would be afraid, but he wouldn't admit it. Like, oh my god, Beerus, don't attack me. Like, I want Frieza to come back and just be fully cocky, fully savage, and just murder everybody he sees around him.
That's what I want. That's the Frieza that I love.
Yeah,
well, that's. I was just gonna say really quick, Dino. I mean, I just noticed that that's like the pattern that they do in Dragon Ball movies. All Dragon Ball movies start up, the villain comes, Goku and his friends figure out a way to stop him, and then nobody major gets killed, but they all get beaten up in the end. And that's kind of how I looked at it. But like, I feel with an actual series they can do a lot more. But Dino, this is gonna sound really fucked up, but if they really want to make, oh, I shouldn't have said that, but it's gonna sound really messed up.
Who cares?
But I think that if they really want to get like the audience's attention, I think they need to kill like some of the main characters. If you think about it, you know, even though Vegeta was a main villain that didn't kill any characters, Nappa did. If you look at,
let me just interject. Frieza needs to kill freaking Tarble. We haven't seen Tarble yet, but what perfect way to bring to do this and have Tarble come back in this arc. You don't have to bring him back earlier. Bring Tarble back, have Frieza kill him, and then you've got instant heat with Vegeta.
Ooh. Yeah. Although I feel like they're not gonna add Tarble, because they haven't mentioned Tarble at all in Super yet. Because then, like, I feel like in Battle of Gods they slipped up and said, "Oh, don't you have a brother?" They didn't do that in Super, so I feel like Tarble is not going to come back. But I'm glad you brought that up, because it's the second video that me, Geekdom, and Quabbin are going to do and discuss, you know, World of Death in Dragon Ball Super. So keep an eye on that in the next day or so. But anything else you guys want to add before we end this?
Well, you know what I got.
All I have to say is I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually, I'll be honest, I'm more excited for this than I was the Battle of Gods arc. Yeah. Even though I did just see the movie. Yeah, and but I really want to see Champa. You know, we were talking about it earlier before we went on the air. The whole thing about the Super Dragon Balls. Why does he want them? That's the big thing. We know he wants them, but the question is why. But that's the topic of our video.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. And I'm looking forward to this arc a lot better than Battle Gods as well, just because number one, we see Super Saiyan got Super Saiyan. We're gonna see how it's probably, you know, how they achieve that form and all that stuff. But I'm hyped. So we want to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comment section below what you're looking forward to the most and probably the least, or anything, you know, that you want to see done differently. Drop a comment and don't forget to leave a like rating below if you enjoy us. But Kwame, take us out.
Go fart this time.
Please remember, it's a very, very simple thing. We will make videos for you anytime you want, completely free. If you guys could just do a few simple things for us.
Jesus.
Please remember to not only remember, but rate, comment, and subscribe. Those are the 3 important things. If you rate, comment, subscribe, it really helps us out. And remember, as I always say, and as Dino always agrees, and as Geekdom does not like it, to have a great day, guys.